Welcome to Esalen Live, where we chat with change agents and swim deep waters in an ongoing exploration of human potential. I'm Christine Chen. You know, the power to heal our whole selves as best we can, especially during this time, comes in many forms. Today, we get to explore vibrational sound healing through the chakras with Deva Munay. She is joining us on Esalen Live today. Deva Munay is a very experienced sound healer, and she has a beautiful workshop coming up at Esalen. It's already sold out, but there is a wait list, and you can get on that for the next one. And even though it's sold out, guess what? I found her, got lucky. She's generous. She's joining us today, so we can get a little taste of what's to come at Esalen with a little bit of sound healing today on Esalen Live. Hi, Deva.
Well, thank you so much. It is such an honor to be here. Well, we are over 70% water, so we're really more of a liquid crystalline basis. If you look at within our blood and our bones, the structure is of a very dynamic complex. It's not just water. And so we're really primed to receive the frequency of the crystalline matrix. And working with the alchemy crystal bowls can be very nourishing to our body, mind, and spirit on many levels. And depending upon the tone of the bowls, they can be very grounding. So we're talking about the chakras, and the deeper and the lower the sound. This is a big 16-inch super grade alchemy. They're going to be very grounding. And then, for instance, a mid-tone bowl. This is going to be a more centering for the solar plexus, for the heart. And then when we work with the smaller diameter bowls, like a 6-inch bowl, it's going to be more accelerating, more of an activating and opening for the third eye and for the crown chakra.
So, and this has been going on for thousands of years, where people have accessed healing through sound. Can you give us like a brief history or some context to sound healing?
Absolutely. So sound is found as a healing element throughout all cultures in the world. So one of the most common forms is the rattle. So I have a number of different rattles from Guatemala, from Mexico, Peru, and even Russia. This is a sharkanok, and they are used to bring people into the still point. So to clear blockages, so they'll use a rattle around people. You can also think of the shaman's drum, bringing people into a state of entrainment, bringing people together. In Egypt, they were using what is called a sistrum. I was in Egypt about 2.5 years ago, and this is Hathor on the sistrum. She's the Egyptian goddess of music and motherhood, of magic. She's a shapeshifter, and they would be using dozens, if not hundreds of these around the temple, working with heartbeat entrainment, that love-dub, and getting everybody into a coherent field and a deep meditative state. A couple of my first sound healing tools that I got when I was on a pilgrimage back in 1996 and 97. I had the great fortune of being able to go to the Dalai Lama's public teachings in Dharamsala, and I got my first Tibetan or Himalayan singing bowl. These ones are, maybe more common, what people think of when they think of a singing bowl. And they're made of anywhere from 3 to 7 different metals. And it's because the Himalaya mountains are very rich in metals. So it was the tools that they had to use. I was 21 at the time, on very much a budget. So I got this bowl, another even smaller one that fit inside. And then I also got a set of tingsas. So maybe perhaps people have seen or heard tingsas. And these are working to balance the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. So they're working with brainwave entrainment. So that's something we can go into a little bit deeper if people are curious about that.
Thank
But
you so
just
much for sharing that. And by the way, if you're joining us on Facebook Live here on Esalen Live, share with us what sounds are healing for you. We just heard from Michelle, by the way, Deva. She said bird song in the morning and sitting on the river's edge, watching and listening and feeling her. So nature provides us with so much sound healing, and there's so many cultures that have different forms of sound healing. But today we're working through the chakras with Deva Munay. And so, if you wouldn't mind, could we briefly say the Muladhara chakra, first chakra, what it's from, what it might represent, and then help us hear a sound that really speaks to first chakra? And we'll start there and go all the way up the chakra system. Is that okay?
absolutely.
Okay, take it
So
away.
within the alchemy bowls, what's really magical about them is that they're working on a number of different levels. I'm not sure if it captured the beginning, but I was sharing that the larger diameter bowls, like the 16-inch bowl, even the 10-inch bowls, are going to be a more grounding frequency. They're a deeper, lower tone. So this is going to come in at about 103 hertz, and sound is measured in hertz. It's cycles per second. So it's 103 cycles per second. It would be more similar to like a gray whale or the larger animals. They have a slower frequency and a longer note. And then we're also able to work with different stones. So the alchemy bowls are in a base of quartz crystal, and then they are also composed of other precious gemstones, minerals, and metals. So while the note and the hertz of the bowl has a certain healing aspect, the consciousness of the crystals, the minerals, and the metals within the bowls also bring another layer. So for example, this is a 10-inch bowl, a deep resonance, and it's black tourmaline. And black tourmaline is very grounding. It's a very protective crystal that helps to ground the energy. So these would be very beneficial for the Muladhara, the root chakra.
Let's move on to talk about Svaristhana, the second chakra, which is the element of water. It's connected to the element of water. And since Big Sur's, so much of Big Sur's majesty is the view of the water, can we take a deep breath in together? Those of you who are watching at home, do this with us. And Deva will play, I'm hoping, the bowl that speaks to the second chakra. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone take a deep breath as you're watching us, joining us here on Esalen Live for a healing vibe of the second chakra. Water, water. Breathe in, breathe out. So beautiful. Thank you. Second chakra speaking to creative, soul, production, flow. Yes, flow. How about the third chakra? So much of the sun, the fire, our digestion.
Absolutely. And so, along with the tones, we're also working with the notes. So, traditionally, we start with the root in C and then go up to D. So, this was a grounded, creative second chakra. And now moving up to the solar plexus, the fire energy, we're going to move into an E. And this bowl is composed of emerald, rose quartz, and white gold. So this is going to be centering and activating the warmth and transformation of fire.
That is beautiful. Let's continue to move up the chakra system to the heart space, the fourth chakra, Anahata. You know, it's so interesting as you're moving through these bowls. I feel it too. My voice dropped when you did the first chakra, and it's more settled now that we're starting from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? If you're at home and you feel this way too, give Deva some love because she really set it up for us. Okay, fourth chakra, Anahata, love, compassion, courage.
This is an amazing bowl made of moldavite, which is the star bridge. It's a green stone, it's a tektite that is found in the Bohemia Plateau of the Czech Republic, and it is an amazing heart opener.
That is just beautiful. I definitely felt that one. If you at home watching felt that one a lot for the heart chakra, float a little heart into the comment section. See how many hearts we touched. Yeah? Fifth chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. Tell us what this stands for. This is a place that often gets overlooked, the throat chakra. It's so important.
Absolutely. So the throat, the Vishuddha, which translates as filter, that we're looking at how are we using our words in a creative, healing way for the world, and also to be able to filter the information that comes in through our body. So we're not only perceiving sound and listening through the ears, but our entire body perceives sound. And so this bowl is a kunzite, which really opens up the throat with love, and it's in a G sharp. So the G is representing the throat chakra, and this one is a smaller octave or a higher octave, but a smaller diameter bowl with a higher frequency.
Mm. Did anyone else feel that in their ears? Like, is that what's supposed to happen, Deva?
It starts to open the inner hearing, definitely. Yeah, it's going to bring us into deep listening.
And as we move up the chakra system to Ajna chakra, the sixth chakra, mental clarity, and you can continue on and tell us what this chakra means to you as you play these bowls.
So I like to think of this as the vision. It's also known as the zeal point, and that we're able to both look out into the world, but really also to draw our awareness within. So this bowl is a sign bringing forth an abundance of vision of our light. And it's also palladium. So it does it with a playful way that we don't get too serious, that we really are envisioning new ways of being through curiosity, through wonder.
It's so beautiful, and it's so interesting how you can definitely feel it travel up the body. The reverb at the end, is there something to that as the sound trails out?
Definitely. So some of the bowls will have more of a phase cancellation naturally. So what's unique about the albums
Oh,
is that some of them will create their own beat, which is very similar to a binaural beat because of the bottom of the bowl being thinner. So it can hold different frequencies within, and then it gives it that shimmer, that wah, 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 that helps to massage the field. It's really working to massage the fluids within our body.
And then we arrive at the seventh chakra, Sahasrara chakra. And by the way, letting you know, I think you have a friend that's saying hello, Narissa Young from Vancouver
Oh,
Island, Canada, and the Globe Institute, and David Gibson says hello.
oh, they, Narissa is a classmate of mine. I'm in a year-long advanced associate's degree at the Globe Institute. And David Gibson has been amazing. I've been studying there for the last 4 years, and it's been a godsend to have these classes every week in this community during the pandemic. So,
Yeah.
hello,
Well, we
Narissa.
so appreciate you setting this up. If you're just joining us on Facebook Live, we're healing through the chakras with sound vibration with Deva Munay, who's a sound healer, as an upcoming workshop at Esalen. And we've arrived at the seventh chakra, Sahasrara. Can you share with us the perspective on Sahasrara and share the sound?
Yes, so the crown of stars. So opening up to the celestial grid and helping us reorientate our cosmic compass to the stars, to the planets, to that grid of magic and awakening overhead. And then particularly on a full moon, the crown can be very active. And this is an amazing pink ocean gold bowl. So it's bringing this oceanic play, dolphin play. And as I was saying in the beginning, the lower frequencies you could think of as like blue whales and the larger animals. The highest notes are similar to hummingbirds, are dolphins, that there's a more playful, light energy, and it's very activating.
I feel like I just went to space.
It can. I tell people, hop on the magic carpet ride of
Right.
sound. It's been such a transformational experience for me, and I just absolutely am honored to share in the healing power. I am just a facilitator, and what happens is when we bring our intentions, then the sounds are co-creating within your intention with your deepest prayer for awakening, for advancing your soul, your lifetime. And I just get to orchestrate, to activate the bowls, and then the magic can come through. So it's
And
really a co-creative process.
can I ask you, what other kinds of sounds are good for vibrational healing if we don't have access to all of these things?
Absolutely. So the sound of our own voice is really the most healing and therapeutic sound for our souls. And quite often we've been told not to sing, or we don't have a good voice. And so there can be a lot of just holding of blockages, like you were saying, in the throat chakra of speaking our truth. So even just starting out humming, just and sounding is different than singing. So we've had an amazing class with Vicki Dodd, an amazing pioneer of sound healing, and she really encourages us to find the full spectrum of our voice. And often we'll start classes with David. He'll say, what is the sound of your day? So it could be, there could be a very full range that might surprise us when it comes out, like, oh, I didn't even know I was capable of making these sounds, or that I was holding all this energy in. And it can be very liberating. It can really free up a lot of stuck energy. So if you're shy about it, I encourage people to sound in their car, to sound in the shower, and don't question the weird. Just let what wants to come through come through. So sound moves matter, sound moves energy, and when we're using our voices, it can really help to clear overwhelm. It can help to rebalance us if we're feeling anxious, if we're feeling tired. It can awaken us. It's really quite like an adaptogenic herb, that it helps to bring balance into the body, and it helps, with our voices, it can balance all of the chakras.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I always like to share with my students that it doesn't matter what you sound like, it only matters that it comes from the heart, that it's really yours, right? And that you share and it comes out of you. Before we go, last chance to ask her any questions and tap into this vibe that we're feeling today with Deva Munay. Deva, what are the sounds that are the most inspirational coming from the Esalen lands because of its deep history with the tribe that people respond to, or maybe you have responded to, just to kind of really connect us to the earth where this workshop at Esalen is happening?
Absolutely. Well, I am delighted that we'll be in Huxley, and so we'll have the sound of the ocean right outside, and that is such a calming and nourishing frequency for our nervous system. And then also to be able to hike up Hot Springs Canyon and be bathed in the forest in the redwood trees can be another way to really ground to the frequency of the earth. So lying on the big open lawn and just really connecting the frequency of the earth. The Schumann's resonance is about a 7.8 hertz, so it's really low. It's actually inaudible. Humans hear from 20 to 20,000 hertz, but then there are also sounds below and above that are constantly impacting us. So at Esalen, we are just so so nourished by the land. And then as a guardian of the honeybees, the apiary, the sound, I will always encourage people just to go and sit by a honeybee hive, and they're vibrating about 216 hertz. So it's kind of that centering and just to connect to, again, to all of the elementals and to the insects, which are such a huge part of the web of life.
Deva, I'm going to squeeze this question in before we go. I think it's a good one. If you could answer it, I know this is a long conversation, but maybe briefly. Catherine asks, how are bowls different from bells? How are bowls different from bells? Great question. Last question before we go.
Well, there are a number of different types of bowls. So again, there's the more traditional Tibetan or Himalayan bowl. There's the alchemy crystal bowls, and some of the bowls are quite singers. So that makes a bowl unique, is that it's going to have a full range. It's going to have overtones and undertones. Bells traditionally are more of a chime, that you would just be activating, say, just the edge without singing. That's still a bowl. I apologize, I don't have a bell to give an example, but again, just like the rattles, there's a lot of different types of bells that are made by different cultures. So they're going to have unique healing attributes depending on the intention and where they're made and what they're made from.
Well, speaking of sound, I hear my dog barking. Deva, I know, right? Deva, your workshop is sold out. There's a wait list only. But if you get on the wait list, we will let you know when this happens again. And we were lucky enough to be able to experience all of this with you here today. Deva, it's been such a pleasure. Send her some love. Send her some love in the chat. Okay, everyone, thank you for your beautiful, beautiful comments. This has been Esalen Live, a journey through the chakras with sound healing and sound healer Deva Munay. Have a beautiful healing day, everyone.